Welcome back everyone, Zeke here for another exciting episode in this Let's Play series of Doom. Today you join me on episode 2, Know Your Enemy, and already we're going to jump straight in now into the empty room that you saw us coming into from the first episode. It's going to be describing ourselves via voice communication with Vega, the mysterious, what I'm going to guess is a robot organism that we don't know much about. As we said, we're going to get a few new things in this particular mission, now going on about mission challenges, and these going to, as we said, set a couple of challenges to do throughout the missions, and you get sort of weapon points and upgrade points for doing those throughout it. As always, if you do enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe, and don't forget, I am holding a 100 subscriber giveaway at the end of this month, so if you do want to be in the chance of winning that, go check out the planned 100 subscriber giveaway video that's at the start of my channel, and I possibly will leave a link to it in the description box below. Go check it out and just comment below that video of what one you would like to win. And that's enough I will say on about this. We'll just get straight on with the commentary of this game. I don't know why I tried that twice, as if to say maybe the first time I touched it something wouldn't happen, but if I do it again it clearly does. As you can see, it's not all completely given to you throughout this game. You have got to sort of think about things. If you can't tell, I am really heavily into those melee. I'm using a infinite ammo pistol, and yet I'm still meleeing everything. For some reason, I just don't want to be using loads of ammo for some reason. Bit strange, I know, but I do have a shotgun as well, and we keep coming across those ammo packets. But I still like to melee things. I just think I like the glory kills, really. So as you can see, we've restored some power, and we're speaking to Cyborg Lady now. She actually does have a name, Olivia Pierce. More about her will probably become relevant later on in the game, but we've restored power, and that is the main thing now. So map data, not that I really pay any attention to this. Basically it just updates the map. And as you can see here, if you press the touchpad on the PlayStation 4, you can bring up the map, see the challenges, and use the weapon upgrade points that you would have got for the challenges. You can upgrade your weapons and your suit. At this particular stage I'm going to focus on my pistol. I'm using that quite a lot, using the charged energy shot, which pretty much decreases the time needed to get that charged shot. Now this maintenance door will open because we have restored the power, which is always absolutely brilliant, brilliant and nice to see even. Stumbled on my words there, and I did see an enemy just to the side of the frame there, and I was like, oh, should I let him climb up? No, I won't, and that was very strange. I wasn't expecting that to happen. That sort of threw me for a couple of seconds. I was tempted to jump back down. I was like, well, no, if there's an enemy trying to get up, there's bound to be some more. So I took one out then with one of the charged shots, and as you can see, even with that little upgrade there, it is reducing this quite a lot. I can't believe I didn't kill that enemy before he hit me, but that was just a little bit stupid. And obviously with this game, it has sort of stayed true to the earlier Doom roots as well. You really can't be standing still. If you do stand still for a prolonged time, you will die. I was very close not to have got hit by that fireball there. And trying to decide what we want to do. That looked like a zombie with an explosion on it, and I believe that's a possessed engineer. So they do explode if we get close enough to them. Hopefully we won't see that many more of them, but I have a feeling we will now that they've showed it to us. I just came back out then. Obviously I thought I heard someone spawn behind me, and it was those two enemies there. But we stocked on a little bit of health and got some ammo on that one. I was wondering what this box would do, and I'm thinking maybe that could be armour, or maybe some ammo that I don't really need at the minute. Again, this is probably the best time to be pulling out my shotgun there. We've got the enemies with guns, the fireballs, and the possessed, which isn't the best. You see, we're almost near that variety as the Spice of Life, which is doing 5 different melee kills. Pretty much you need to attack it from both sides, head on, from behind, and I believe the last one then, I think I tried to do it quite a bit then, but basically it's a drop-down attack that you need to do. So you're trying to utilise these red barrels. They've kept that sort of open from the previous Doom games. Red barrels, shoot them, they explode. It's always helpful when you are surrounded by enemies. You can always count on your friendly neighbourhood red barrel to explode. Pretty much using an awful lot of the pistol then, and the melee attacks. You've got to try and keep that health up. We haven't come across that much armour. I know there is armour in the game. As you can see there, just got the jump and attack on that possessed. You don't need to fall from any particular great height. As you see, I just pretty much jumped and meleeed him at the same time, and that was pretty much it. Got the codex entries. We haven't really spoken about those at all during it. I'm sure they give a little bit of backlog to the story, but not necessarily as important as we'd hoped. Now, this is where it gets quite fun. We now get one of the most brilliant weapons that was announced in all the trailers and all the gameplay videos previously with Doom, and that's going to be the chainsaw. As you can see, it's a specialized melee weapon and is accessed by pressing square. Pretty much it uses chainsaw fuel, and the bigger the enemy is, the more chainsaw fuel it needs. Hopefully now that they've given it to me, I've seen a scientist there and I'm like, no, don't want to get too close to him. And as you can see with the chainsaw, it is complete and utter carnage. I don't really know how I managed to kill that guy then. I was expecting an animation or something, but clearly didn't work. And now that enemy, I thought I needed to shoot him a third time. He didn't fall down on the first one. I believe he was just in like the thralls of dying. Again, got caught up on that enemy, and look, 33% health. Couple of melee kills there, and straight up then. Utilising these red barrels, trying to find them as much as I can. They're not going to be quite helpful yet. And again, I'm just standing still, just basically letting the enemies hit me there. You don't want that to be happening at all. Now I thought with the lock door right there, if I just look at the control panel as with standard games, that would work, wouldn't it? Maybe, but unfortunately it didn't. And you see, under the ammo bar for the shotgun, you do have those sort of red squares that symbolises your available fuel for the shotgun. I'm having a bit of a forensic report now, and we will come across a few of these throughout the game. It's basically when you get stuck, it does a forensic report and lets you know sort of where you need to go. As you can see, security station is locked, so I can't get into it. I thought going back to it might do something there, but it clearly doesn't. I need a yellow access pass to get there. At this particular stage, I'm quite a little bit stuck. I know there's health up there, there's no way I'm jumping to it, and I still try. Me getting really annoyed now, thinking, you know what, I'm just going to hit everything. Until I remember that when I came over here for the health, I saw something. Right there, see? That's going to be the chainsaw fuel. I was like, ooh. Okie dokie, they're going to make everyone think a little bit when we go through this. Actually, picking up a little bit of armour there as well. Chainsaw fuel is now fully upgraded. I thought for some reason that shotgun bullets would also fit it. It was quite weird. I don't think I fully twigged that the gas canisters and the fuel canisters are just for the chainsaw and not for anything else. I thought, yeah, why not? We'll just jump down and surprise these enemies. This is normally where I'd pull out the chainsaw again, but I thought, no, I'm not going to be wasting the chainsaw fuel on it. Let's just finish these off with a few melee kills and the whatnot. So again there, I look at the chainsaw fuel and I'm like, why did I even do that? That was just pretty silly. I know I full up on the chainsaw fuel and I still try and get more ammo. For some reason I thought that enemy was going to come out and just instantly kill me, but clearly not the case, me just being awfully and overly careful there. You see the demon heart, I'm like, should I jump down there? Remember, we don't really have that much falling damage, if any, on it. But I'm like, no, I'm going to make a beeline straight for it. A little bit of a sort of goriness there. Didn't even pay attention to the enemy behind me, and I just walked straight past it. And he's cut in half, so that's always nice. And another one. And part of me wish I would have done it to that group as well, but unfortunately, only one enemy at a time can do it. So I just finished them off with a couple of melee kills, and again, not paying attention to the smaller enemies, which is going to become like my major faux pas now. I was hoping that explosive shot would take down both of them, but keep moving. I'm moving along now. So you're only staying still when I know I've got cover between me and the enemies. That was just pretty much too much of an easy kill, and I still caught myself up in that blast. You've got to be careful because you do get splash damage as well. And you see, low health again. Got to keep moving when that happens. I'm just trying to keep them away as much as I possibly can. Checked grenade, but that didn't really do much. I really was just pressing buttons to try and get myself away from them as quickly as I possibly can, and just ended up chucking a grenade for some reason. Again, I like these demons that throw the fireballs, because they're not really that strong. A couple of melee hits, and you'll be fine on them. I was very lucky to get the second shotgun blast on that enemy before he killed me. But again, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. That was a really nice shotgun blast. I wish I had more of those. Again, even though you've got 20 odd shots with a shotgun, I try not to use it that often. I know it's probably going to come in quite handy with all the other enemies in the game. Got a couple of options then on the heads-up display, but I think I'll get the health first of all. So we have a little bit of an echo then. It's going to tell us which way to go. Again, I'm just really waiting for the elevator. I did call it once, but let's call it again and see what difference that makes. And I moved away from that at the same time as trying to punch it, so it didn't really work there. But basically we're just going to go up in the elevator and continue on in this epic quest of Doom. One thing I will need to look out for though is that chainsaw ammo. I can see that becoming quite handy. But I also love these combat support drones. These are where you get your main weapon upgrades and unlock, even not unlearn, unlock more things. So I've decided to go for the charged burst shot for the shotgun. So basically, when you hold it down, instead of doing the explosive shot, it fires 3 shells all at once. And I'm thinking, you know, they're gonna clearly do this trick on us. So I get the yellow thing. And I hate it when the enemies start moving, so this is normally when a shotgun blast would come in handy, but I decided, you know what, I'll just punch the enemy a few times. Always works when that happens. And there's the charge burst. I'm not overly sold on that. I know it will probably come in handy later on, but the only good thing about it is you can change between them, so I've basically just popped it straight back to that explosive shot. It doesn't cost as much ammo to do it. Now, again, I get a little bit confused right about now. I forget that I've just picked up a yellow keycard. And we'll continue on. And they seem to be throwing weapons at us recently. We've had the pistol, we've had the shotgun, we've got the chainsaw, and now we've got the heavy assault rifle. I've got to say, with all the Doom guys' weapons, they are bulky, they're heavy, but they're also visually stunning to look at. As you can tell, it's just showing us now how to cycle between all of them. Unfortunately, it's not all tapping the R1 button as I would have hoped on the PlayStation. You can only swap between the two, so whatever one you previously had and your currently equipped one. But simple little things like that, I would have hoped to have got more things. So as soon as I open that door, taking oncoming fire there, as you can see, the heavy machine gun coming in quite handy there, getting some of those enemies, but the armour that I did pick up is pretty much almost gone now. I have been standing still an awful lot, and I was hoping maybe I might see an explosive barrel back there, but unfortunately I didn't. Most of these enemies you can just run past if you really want to, which you can tell by changing those weapons, changing the ones that we have equipped. It doesn't stop the time. It just merely slows it down a little bit. And I saw that guy charging up, and there was no way I was going out there to take a face full of fireball. So I thought, you know, I'll just hide behind this conveniently placed pillar and just wait it out. So that's what I did. And we're going to have a shielded enemy now, and I wasn't really sure what to do with him. Whether or not to go around him or just shoot him, whether or not the shield would dissipate. In the end, I decided to shoot him a couple of times and just leave him to it and just carry on down. I saw armour up there, so I was going to go for it, so that's always best. And again, it's one of those, you've got to keep moving throughout this game, you can't stand still. I've decided at this particular stage I'm just going to avoid most of the enemies. They don't really pose a threat to me as much as I probably would have liked to have said, but just going to basically get to the objective as quickly as I possibly can. Taken some fire then, so obviously I've got to go back and kill them, otherwise they'd probably take me down before I even get to that elevator. Taking down that shield guy finally as well then. The possessed security guy, I'm going to hate those. I'm sure I'm going to have to keep my wits about me and probably utilise my grenades an awful lot on them. But never mind, these things happen at the end of the day. Enjoy this little bit of a respite while we can and restock up on the health and get the ammo in while we can as well. As with most of the things in the Doom game, you're going to need average members of the public's handprints. Luckily they didn't do the classic biometrics which actually reach your pulse, otherwise Doom Guy would be absolutely screwed in this particular stage. And everything's blocked, so Samuel Hayden is being an absolute annoying person for keeping this PG, deciding to block our access to everything. So we can't even tell anything about the invasion or anything about these monsters because he's decided to block our access. So as soon as we come out then, we're going to have to come through and be very careful where you time your jumps now, because if you misjudge it, you will go off the edge and kill yourself. In that particular stage, I couldn't quite work out how to do that jump, and I was getting a bit frustrated on that, until I noticed that I could just probably jump around then. As you can see there, I almost missed the jump, and I know there's going to be enemies behind there. They always do such things like that. And I said I was going to utilise those grenades against him, and the shield's gone, and so's his head. But it seems like the security guy was the one at the back that I didn't pay much attention to. I was tempted to go back outside and just have a little bit of a look at the left-hand side before I came in, but I thought, nope, carry on throughout this, and we'll just carry on and kill some more demons, because that's what we're here for. We like killing demons, even though they are a pain in our backsides. Looking around at these computer terminals, thinking, oh, what can I do? Always look for the blue, these sort of luminescent blue ones. They always tell you a little bit of things to do. And again, with most things, you activate something and more enemies come out the woodwork. It's always nice. I was looking for things to kill anyway, but it's still a bit of a pain. So let's stagger him with a pistol shot, and let's just go in for the chainsaw kill. Now, I have now noticed as well that with the chainsaw that can instantly go through the person's shield. I thought, why not? I had enough of the melee kills just using a couple of the shotgun blasts there to go through it. I have no reason why it particularly changed then to the assault rifle. I didn't select it. But you're going to have to keep an eye out for these people in the red suits. They're elite guards. Basically, they allow you the upgrades to upgrade your Praetor suit. So these can be sort of environmental resistance or scanning abilities or anything like that. It's always helpful to keep an eye out for them. There'll be a few each mission as well for you. And they won't just be sort of in your way. You will have to go looking for them, which is always quite intriguing. So I'm trying to decide which gun to go with. I'm finding that the sort of shotgun pistol combination's going quite well, but I thought I'd mix it up for this sort of stage. I thought maybe I might have been able to sort of get a assault rifle blast just to his arm, normally like you could do in the grunts in like Halo, but unfortunately that didn't quite work, using the charge shot and a grenade to kill the rest of the remaining enemies there. Again, at this particular stage I'm not really too sure whether or not I should go exploring or stay to the sort of main mission that they're giving me. But we are near the end of it now. Basically carry on through this chamber now. You speak to Samuel Hayden. It's going to be talking about giving you a gift, which is going to be some Argent energy. Basically can upgrade your armour, your health or your ammo capacity. And they look basically like red orbs. A little bit of power-ups. And this particular stage isn't sure what difference this is going to do to you. And I was thinking, what do I really want here? Armour would be quite good, but they normally go through that quite quickly, so I'm going to upgrade my health. So each upgrade by the looks of it gives 25 points of health there. Going to get spoken to by Robot Man. I think that is Samuel Hayden, which is a bit weird. I was expecting him to be sort of an old professor type, but unless that's Vega, I'm not too sure on this. But pretty much they're going to have some explanation, pretty much telling us loads of scientists are dead. Not that we really care, because we're just here to kill things and go through the story, and that is what we like to see. As I said, once he's finished the exploration, we're going to have a couple of more enemies to kill, and that will be it for this particular chapter, I believe. As we said, if you enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you would like to see next, or for me to do next in these particular videos. Any comments, suggestions, or feedback would be greatly appreciated. Leave it in the comments section below, or send it to me via a private message for you. Who knows, you may even feature on my monthly Q&A and YouTube shoutout series. So, more explanation. I put subtitles on just to make it a little bit easier, obviously, because I'm going to be talking over an awful lot of things. Sometimes it's a bit hard to sort of listen to in-game dialogue as well as me chatting, so I make it a little bit easier then. See, threat level severe, attack origin, there's multiple, and there's casualties of over 61,000 people that are dead on this base. And this is where it gets quite fun. Basically getting told that they've overrun the facility and that we're going to need to get the turbines re-engaged. Always fun when that particular happens. Always up to us. If you noticed, in any game, no other person can fix things. It's always up to the main protagonist. Just waiting for the door to unlock now for you. And as soon as the door opens, what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight forward, swing by the left as our marker indicates, go up and activate that thing, which should indicate the end of the level. As always, I hope that you enjoyed, and if you did, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, have a lovely